Hello guys, so today we're gonna talk about makeup for theatrical romantic type women. If you're new, I'm gonna link my body types playlist down below. Before I start doing my makeup, let's first remember how theatrical romantics normally look. Okay, reading that from the book. Theatrical romantic, it is the overall combination of extreme yin with a slight yang undercurrent. Delicately radiant physicality that is combined with a powerfully magnetic essence. Height, moderate to petite. Body type is normally soft and voluptuous, although trim and smallish, as opposed to wide and bulky. Hourglass figure, curvy bust line and hips, soft or fleshy arms and legs. Bone structure soft and delicate, slightly sharp edges, shoulders, jawline, cheekbones or nose. Facial bones are small, delicate and slightly sharp. Facial features soft and lush. Large, luminous eyes, sometimes slightly upturned, sometimes slightly bedroom. Full, luscious lips, soft cheeks. Alright, now let's go to my makeup. So I've already applied my foundation and powder. Now I start contouring my face. Of course, I will try to make it as realistic for you as possible, but my bone structure is so far from theatrical romantic, so even in the end, this makeup won't fit me that much. So for that purpose, I'm applying a lot of contouring powder on the sides of my face. I need to make my face slimmer. Their bone structure is much more delicate than mine. You don't have to do this. When you, as a theatrical romantic, are contouring your face, just make sure that you blend very well. You don't take super huge brush, because your cheekbones and the area under your cheekbones is pretty small, and it's enough for you to use some contouring powder under your cheekbone just to create that chiseled look. Don't make it super dark and angular though. Blend it very well. I'm making my nose small and sharp. That's what kind of noses they normally have. I try to make my bridge of the nose thinner and shorter. I'm gonna use lash primer, but I'm not gonna do very spider lashes. It's just for the volume. They look great with bushy lashes. Now, this is the type that looks amazing with shimmer. I personally don't look as good with shimmer, but again, to make it more realistic for you, I'm gonna apply a bit more. But keep in mind that I'm totally different type. I'm applying the shimmer also on the tip of my nose. You can also do that. Now I'm also applying that shimmer on my lids. You can find it super attractive on yourself, even for the daytime, if you apply some shimmer on your lids. I'm making my brows slightly thinner and pretty precise and slightly lifted on the sides. Your brows should not be very thick or untidy looking. That's it. Now I'm applying blush. They look amazing with shimmer blush. Now I'm applying black mascara. I'm combing my lashes through, but I'm giving them more volume. So I decided to add a little bit more contouring powder on my cheeks to make my bone structure a little bit more delicate. I'm making my lips slightly plumpier. Theatrical romantics have different lips, but their lips are feminine, rounded. They can be slightly sharp. You can use whatever you like. Lipstick with dewy effect, lip gloss. Natural lipstick for the daytime will look amazing on you. So this is my first kind of very minimalistic makeup. Now I'm gonna make it heavier. And I decided to jump a little bit forward and go straight to false lashes. I just wanted to show you that look very quick. Empty eyes, pretty empty face, and those half false lashes on the sides of my eyes. Just check this out. Just try this at home. It can look amazing on you. In many cases, their eyes are upturned on the outer corners or slightly covered like bedroom eyes. And that type of makeup really helps to enhance that. My eyes are slightly droopy, so probably I will try to add a little bit more on my outer corners. I'm filling the gap with matte gray eyeshadow, creating that very gentle eyeliner. And if they decided to do lash extensions, that's probably what I would go for. Very wispy. It should be delicate, maybe a bit more in the outer corners. Now I decided to add some more frosty shimmer along my lash line. Also in the inner corners of my eyes. I'm adding some shimmer under my eyes. An interesting thing that I noticed that they don't look as good with super smudgy bottom lid. I don't know what it is. Later I will show you the pictures so you would also be able to check that. So I think that light makeup, however very glamorous, would even be good for the evening without any eyeshadow, but we're gonna add more now. They look amazing with thin and glamorously done eyeliner with that flick that goes upwards on the sides. Try to blend it. Now I'm accentuating my crease with that dark gray color. The fact that you look amazing with shimmer colors doesn't mean that you have to stick to them. It's great if you add it somewhere. For example, for the crease color, I would suggest you to choose something whether satin finish or matte finish because it looks like an accent, it looks like a shadow, and then on the lid itself, you can add shimmer. They look amazing with bright, accentuated crease. Also, I think they can look very cute when they lift the eyeshadow on the sides a little bit. So that can be another great evening makeup. Now we go into that red lip look. I'm gonna be using MAC Ruby Woo sample that I got from the shop one day. This one is matte. You can use whichever you like, whatever fits you. It can be dewy finish. You can use lip gloss. So I decided now to use some eyeshadow on my bottom lid. But as you can see, I don't smudge it down and I keep it along my lash line. Also, I'm lifting it upwards on the outer corners. So this is the version of their red lip look. Alright, before I continue my makeup, let's check some famous theatrical romantic examples. What are their beauty secrets? First, let's check Anne Margaret. In general, just look at that delicate bone structure, yet very feminine and sensitive. Pretty smallish nose, very feminine, slightly sharp lips, sharp small cheekbones, slightly rounded at the same time. So you can see here pretty bushy false lashes on the sides. You can see black lash line, brows that are actually darker color than her blonde, like on the right picture, which gives her face some additional sharpness. Her lips are done with shimmer, and she has this empty bottom lid. We can see same picture here, but you can see even more contrast now between her brows and her hair. That does give her face some sharpness. You can also try that. Make sure that the brows are very well shaped and they're not unplugged looking. Now, she has very beautiful and pretty sharp flick here, very dark lash line, beautiful wispy false lashes again, and dewy lips. This is the 80s examples of her look. Of course, you can see some timestamp on her hair. So we can see here that dark lash line, pretty glamorous makeup, lashes, and some blending to the sides. This is when she got older, she's still following those rules. If she had that smoky eye on the left picture, she colored her waterline with very dark black color. Her eyeliner is blended. It is done very neat and it has some shimmer on top. She looks gorgeous on the right picture as well. This time, not too much in the bottom lid. Very defined and sharply made top lid, but blended at the same time. And then very gentle lips and cheeks. And her overall look is very sensitive. So I noticed one little thing when their bottom of the eye is smudged, especially dark color. So when they make their lower lid slightly too blended, some sophistication goes away. Now let's check Ashley Judd. Again, you can notice that shimmer that I talked about. That's some light shimmer on the eyes. It doesn't make them look swollen or sleepy or tired. It just gives them that freshness. That's her trying that Marilyn Monroe glamorous look, and I think she's one of the closest ones who can do Marilyn Monroe. She has very delicate bone structure. She has similar facial features to Marilyn. Big, slightly puffy eyes, small button-up nose, sensitive lips, and sensitive cheeks. The only thing here is that her bone structure, especially on the elbows, on the shoulders, on her hands, is slightly more delicate. So we can see here that old Hollywood makeup. We don't see the colors, obviously, but first of all, you can see that very ornate hair. Beautiful, not thick brows, sensitive lips, lashes, blended eyeliner, and very defined crease with darker eyeshadow. Now that's her in the 90s. Remember in the 90s, it was very popular if you made those stiff curls. You made them with a hair curler normally. You didn't comb them. You didn't spread your fingers through it to make it look more natural. You just put tons of hairspray in it and you just leave it like that. So yeah, I remember those times. But you know, actually, she is the one who can really pull that off. They look amazing with those ornate hair, as I told before, with curls, with something not tousled, something tidy, something glamorous, sophisticated. Also, she always has something reflective on her makeup. On the left picture, we don't see that her eyeshadow is shimmery, but we can see some light reflection on her lips. And her skin also doesn't look very powdery. We can see some light reflection on her skin, so it does look slightly transparent. On the right picture, it also looks like it's more or less matte makeup like they used to do in the 90s again, but her lips reflect light. Here she has that gorgeous red lip look. Again, she doesn't have tons of makeup. You can see almost empty eyes, but she does have very dark lash line with slightly blended eyeliner, some shimmery salmon color eyeshadow, same color blush, and then beautiful red. And again, you can see that this red is not matte. And they look amazing with all those lip glosses, with something transparent, with something wet looking. So as here, very beautiful. You can see that softness on her eyes, but yet that darkness, the blended eyeliner, and also not too much on the bottom lid, remember I told you? And then very dewy skin and very dewy lips. That's her recently, and I just wanted you to compare those two pictures. On the left, she has more shimmery face. Her skin is shining. She has that blended eyeliner, but very intense. She has some shimmery eyeshadow, and she has those dewy lips. And then on the right picture is kind of more on the matte side, especially the eyes. The eyes contain a lot of dark colors. They are blended, but they're not reflecting light. And also her lips look pretty matte here. What it does to them, it makes them look slightly too dry. It can look too heavy on them, and they can look older than they are. Jada Pinkett Smith, she loves shimmer. First of all those shimmer colors, they play such a beautiful contrast with her gorgeous skin tone. And of course, on that beautiful brown skin, all those golden, bright, shimmery accents on her lids look amazing. On this both pictures is kind of smoky eye. Her eyes are lined all around with that very black pencil. And then you can see those light brown yellowish kind of eyes, which pop a lot with that kind of contrast. And then she has a lot of shimmer. Look at her lips, look at her eyelids. Everything is shining, and that's just the bone structure. It has nothing to do with trendy or not trendy, older or younger. It's just the bone structure. On these two pictures, she is younger. She still has those shimmery elements on her eyes, on her lips, and on her cheeks. So again, good example. She doesn't look tired here. She doesn't look swollen here. I also wanted to show you these two pictures because I think that blue shimmery color, which is so light, it pops so well. It gives her such a beautiful accent on her face. And again, everything is slightly shining. Look at her costume. Look at that white fabric on the right that she has. Everything is slightly shimmery. Also on these two pictures, again, very sophisticated, very classy. Even though we don't see a lot of shimmer here, she has very smudged, beautiful, and kind of calm, but still very glamorous smoky eye on both on the right and the left picture. On the right picture, she has a little bit more smudged bottom line, but it's still pretty precise and not very smudged down there. So her under eye area still looks very clean, and that's what we want. And again, shining lips. On these two pictures, I just wanted to show you as a contrast. When they try to look more like gamins or slightly more boyish, see, they're very feminine. So when they're trying to make their makeup slightly more minimalistic or more staccato looking, meaning shorter lines, more precise, smaller and more dull lines, that doesn't look as good on them. You know, their bone structure is asking for some glamour, for some more lashes, for some eyeliner that just wings out there. They look great with pops of color, with something more distinct. Back to my makeup. Okay, so I'm about to make smoky eyes, so back to nude lips. I didn't add any lip gloss on them, but you can do that. They can look very sophisticated and beautiful with some touches of bright colors. So as an experiment before deeper smoky eye, I'm gonna use this purple shimmery color. I don't have any bright eyeshadows just because I don't use them at all. This is probably the brightest shade. My eyes are hazel color. It's brown plus green. So the green color of my eyes can really pop after I apply this one. I will apply it on my lid, and then on top, I'm applying some more frosty color, more powerful shimmer. Yeah, so this is one of the versions of evening makeup for them. Now I'm gonna make it heavier. I'm choosing that dark gray color. This one is matte, but I'm gonna add shimmer on top. I'm applying it all over my lid and I'm blending very well. I'm also applying it on my crease and I blend very well around. As for the bottom, as I already showed you, I'm not gonna overload the bottom. I'm adding just a little bit and then I'm making sure that I'm lifting everything up on the outer corners. You don't have to do anything specific about it because probably your eyes are already upturned slightly. But if your eyes on a droopier side, you can do what I do. I'm applying some light powder on the sides of my eyes just to give it a better lift. It will make it more sophisticated and kind of clean and more thin looking. I'm adding that blended black line along my lash line, and then I'm applying some shimmer on that dark gray color that I just created. I'm also applying some shimmer on my bottom lid, adding some more on the cheeks, and I decided to freshen my look a little bit with that pink color on my lips. Alright, that's the final look. Alright, that's it. Sorry guys that you had to wait till the end. Somebody had to be number 13. So each series I kind of try to vary the order. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you are theatrical romantic, please share with us what kind of tips and tricks you have. I'm sure other women of the same type will appreciate it a lot. Also, if you notice, I have this sponsor button now. So if you click on that button, you'll get early access to some of my videos and I'll add some more and more exclusives in there too. So please join. It will help me and my channel very much. If you love some retro music, some classic rock, you're welcome to subscribe on my music channel as well. You can also support me on Patreon. That would be a huge help for me. I upload some exclusive videos there sometimes and I answer your questions there, so please welcome. You can subscribe on my Instagram for just random stuff from my music and from my makeup life. You can also subscribe on my Pinterest where I have 13 boards as an inspiration for each body type. It might help you to get a better idea about the body types in general. It's the end of the series. I hope you enjoyed all those 13 videos. So I will just say I will see you in several days. Bye bye.